Drummers, how's it going? It's Alan here for drumgrades.com. Today we're looking at Trinity Rock and Pop Grade 1, the 2018 new syllabus, and today we've got an amazing treat for you. It's Another One Bites the Dust by the legendary Queen, drummed by Roger Taylor, of course, and written by John Deacon, the bass player. Let's get straight into it. We come in right at the beginning with a solid rock feel. Now, as the performance tips tell you, be precise with the feels in this song, as quavers and semi-quavers don't always appear in the same order. Your beat will need to be consistent enough for people to dance to. The hi-hat should have an even sound with no stray accents. Look out for the 2 accents on the last 2 semi-quavers. Play them clearly and strongly to finish the track. So a lot of those things don't worry about too much yet, guys. I'll get to all of those points in turn. But right away, let's have a listen to the intro. And it couldn't be easier. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we have it, 8 bars. And some of you guys might be thinking, 8 bars? There's only 4 written. However, there's repeat markings at the end of the line and right at the beginning. Some of you guys may never have seen those before. It's the thick black line with the thin line and the 2 dots. And if you look at the end of line 1, you'll see the other end of that repeat. So everything in between those 2 repeats, we need to repeat. So that not only gives us the first 4 bars, but we go back and we do it all again. But it's a really simple beat. It's our straight 8 beat, nice and simple, nothing crazy going on. The only thing to really pay attention to is the fact it's mezzo forte medium loud, so don't be too heavy with this one, guys, and just lock in with that bass. Da-da-dum, dum, dum. And lock in with that click on the back end and just make it really solid. So on the hi-hat, just try and keep it nice and even, not too loud, and as they say, no stray accents. So whatever type of method you use to play the hi-hat, whether you use the tip on the top, the shoulder on the side, or maybe kind of an up-down motion, which gives you this type of feel, where we kind of do a shoulder and a tip. That might be a bit more of an advanced idea, so don't worry about that too much. But whichever you choose, make it consistent, okay? So moving on into line 2, the verse, bar 5, we're going to carry on with our beat. Same dynamic mezzo forte, same straight 8 beat, so keep it lovely in time. That's going to go on for another 7 bars, which takes us down to line 3, bar 12, which is the end bar of line 3. We can see we have a fill written, and that's going to sound a little something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we have there is coffee, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, coffee. The coffee and the next 2 Coca-Colas are going to be all on the snare, with the final coffee on the floor tom. Now, if you wanted to do the correct counting method, it would be 1 and 2E and a 3E and a 4 and, or 1 and 2E and a 3E and a 4 and, so 4 and over on the floor. Maybe we could just hear 1 bar before that into that fill. There we have it. Then back into the beat for the chorus. We're carrying on another 3 bars of the 8 beat. The final bar, bar 16 of the 4th line, we have another simple half bar fill. The beat is going to carry on for half the bar. So that'll be 1 and 2 and, or if you prefer to count the hi-hats, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have a half bar fill. We've got coffee and we've got lemonade. The majority of this fill is going to be played on the snare, but just the aid of lemonade is going to be up on the high tom. So the final note of the fill is going to move up here. So we'll get coffee lemonade. So coffee and lemon here and the aid there. And I like to stick that right, left, right, left, right with right hand moving up to high tom. Again, if you wanted to use the correct counting method, it would be 3 and 40 and. 3 and 40 and. So with the bar of beat, or sorry, with the half bar of beat, it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 40 and. Okay, moving on into line 5, bar 17 and 18. Bar 17, again, straightforward, just one bar of our 8 beat. The next bar, we have a simple 1 beat fill at the end. It's a hot chocolate. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and-er, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and. Or maybe you could just think hot chocolate at the end. Now, sticking wise on the hot chocolate, you've got a couple of options. You could either start the hot chocolate with your left hand or you could start it with your right hand. But what needs to stay the same is the next 2 notes, the chocolate, needs to be sticked right-left. You have to stick it right-left because by ending on your left, that's going to free up right hand to carry on with the beat. So as I say, we could go left, right, left, or we could go right, right, left. Personally, I quite like right, right, left, but whatever, it works great. So let's maybe slow down and hear both methods. Maybe I'll start off playing right, right, left. So I need to move across, right, right, left. Now let's hear left, right. Now that one can sometimes be easier because your left is naturally wanting to play the snare anyway that would have been there if we were carrying on with the beat. So you could just allow that left to do that, come across with the right hand. Job's a good one. Anyway, moving on. We've got 2 more bars left of this 5th line. First bar, another bar of straight 8. And then we have a nice simple fill. We've got tea, tea, coffee, Coca-Cola, or 1, 2, 3, and 4 and-er. And what I'd recommend, guys, is just really take your time on the start of that fill. Teas or quarter notes or crotchets, as they're known, are often very easy to rush. They're notes which have a lot of space around them, so just make sure you give them their space. Make sure you line up those notes with the backing track. If you're playing with the click, just make sure they're landing on the click and do not rush them. Let me play it one more time. There we go. So moving on into the bottom line, we're almost there, guys. We have another 3 bars of the straight 8 beat. And then we have this little fill to end, which is really cool to end on a fill and almost leave everything on a cliffhanger. Quite often we end on a crash, don't we, where everything resolves naturally. But this one, I love it because it ends just with a bit of a surprise ending, really. So, as I mentioned previously, we've got 3 bars of our straight 8 beat, which is going to take up bar 21, 22, 23 of the bottom line. And then we're going to end on coffee, hot chocolate. But as we mentioned in the performance tips right at the beginning of the lesson, as it says, look out for the 2 accents on the last 2 semiquavers. Play them cleanly and strongly to finish the track. And what you'll notice is above our last 2 notes of the piece, our chocolate of hot chocolate, we have the little triangular accent sign. Whenever you see that, you need to hit those notes louder, guys. Make them stronger. So we're going to get coffee, hot chocolate, or 1 and 2 and-er, and those last 2 really big. and really give him some welly. That last bar jumps up to forte, so all of that should be louder, but just those last two particularly loud so that they really stand out. Let's hear the bottom line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's everything from Another One Bites the Dust. Not too bad really, is it? It's quite a straightforward song for grade 1. A few fills in there, nothing too strenuous. Again, just make it really solid, guys. It's all about the timekeeping. It's mezzo forte for 95% of the piece, so make sure you don't play too hard. Keep that hi-hat nice and even. Don't rush your fills. When you play the fills, make sure both hands are nice and even, particularly when you're playing those Coca-Colas or 16th notes. Make sure that both hands are big and loud, because often our stronger hand, in my case my right hand, but if you're left-handed it might be left, sometimes that can dominate. But we don't want that to happen. When you move around the drums, make sure you're getting a nice clean hit. And I think that's pretty much everything, guys. So do Roger Taylor proud, do Queen proud, and have loads of fun with this, guys. Good luck. Any questions, get in touch, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.